Hello, my name is Chen Haoran. Good day, everyone. Today I will introduce our topic, which is sexual harassment in Malaysia. First, let's look at the background in 2022. Malaysia introduced the anti-sexual harassment law. This law provides a legal framework to protect victims and handle harassment cases. However, having a law is not enough. To make the law effective, society also needs changes in awareness, attitudes, and control. The main purpose of our research is to understand this issue more deeply. We want to explore the causes of sexual harassment and its impact on society. We also want to evaluate the current solutions and suggest better ways to deal with this problem in the future. Sexual harassment is a long-term social issue in Malaysia. It happens in many places, such as workplaces, colleges, universities, and even public transportation. Enough people and become more aware of this issue. Many victims still do not speak out. Data from Women's Aid Organization show that thousands of women experience sexual harassment every year. However, only a small number of cases are effectively reported. Many victims stay silent because they feel afraid, embarrassed, and worried about being judged. There are several reasons behind this problem. Malaysia is a multicultural society, so people may have different views about gender behavior. In addition, income power in workplace can make victims feel unable to report their situation. Therefore, understanding these causes is very important. It can help us create better policies, support victims, and build a safer and more responsible society. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Orhan. Today I want to talk about sexual harassment, not just a legal problem, but a human problem. From the view of human nature, people have reason, but when someone harasses others, they are controlled by their own wants. They lose their humanity. They forget this. Everyone should be respected. Psychologically, this act breaks the victim inner peace. It causes fear, shame, and worry. It makes it hard for them to live a normal life. Socially, it breaks a basic rule. We must respect every person. It destroys trust and humors social harmony. Sexual harassment is not just a personal mistake, it hurts all of our humanity. Now let's think with the philosopher Immanuel Kant. Kant said morality is about duty. He gave us an important rule. Always meet people as persons, not just tools. But sexual harassment does the opposite. The harasser uses the victims as a tool to satisfy their own desires or to show power. They don't care about the victim's dignity, rest our feelings. For Kant, this is completely wrong. Nothing can excuse it. It takes away the victim's humanity and breaks the master basic moral duty. So whether we think with our heart or with flavor, one thing is clear: sexual harassment is never okay.
Hello teacher, my name is Wang Weiqi. Now let's look at exile harassment from a legal and international proactive action here in Malaysia. The government has taken important steps to undo the law. New rules, new ideas, online success harassment with a growing access. But when we unpatent ourselves to connect here like Singapore or Australia, we still have a room to improve. However, laws alone are not enough. We cannot just push, but be here, we must also prevent it. That means we need to compare law with control and education. Young people must learn value like respect, impact, and boundaries. Only they can we build a service where harassment is not just a lingo but unthinkable. Sexual harassment also goes unnoticed to the core values of our nation. First, it values our nation educational profits or FRK. These personal costs like buildings in intellect, spirit, instrument, and body. But someone is handsome, their international healthy is deep beyond. They feel otherwise feeble and unable to focus on learning or work. This harms their future and causes our country to lose young talent. Second is unkind to Rinkonanga. It pairs the fifth principle, good connect and equate. This value asks us to repent on one another. Secure command is the opposite. It's radio value and displantful. So this is just a brand is this is a national is and we must all play a part to stop it.
Hello everyone, I'm Wang Jingwen. Sexual harassment does not just hurt one person, it hurts all of society. Let me share with you some of its serious social impacts. First, for individuals, the pain lasts long after the incident. According to the WHO in 2023, victims often suffer from anxiety, depression, and even PTSD. They may avoid school or work, which limits their future growth and opportunities. Second, organizations and schools also suffer. The ILO reported in 2019 that when harassment is tolerated, workplaces see higher absenteeism and staff turnover. This lowers productivity and damages the organization's reputation. Third, sexual harassment makes gender inequality worse. Women stated in 2022 that women and other vulnerable groups are most affected. It stops them from fully taking part in education, jobs, and leadership. Fourth, it creates a culture of silence. Victims are afraid to speak up, so problems stay hidden. This builds tension and leads to more conflict in society. Finally, sexual harassment breaks down the very foundation of our society. It harms trust, fairness, and stability. This makes it a major barrier to sustainable development. We must understand. Stopping sexual harassment is not just about protecting individuals, it is about building a healthier, stronger society for everyone.
Hello, my name is Wang Shiyang. Today, I want to introduce you to Project Help 5K. A founding role was a purpose. This project has two main goals. First, to raise awareness about sexual harassment. Second, to support education for disabled adult children. We believe in the power of combining pressures with sexual education. So how do we make it happen? In the process, we partner with organizations like the Children's Digital Fountain. We get all the necessary permits, build our brand and template, legal and software produce. We also set up an online platform for registration and funding. Then comes protections. We reach out through college enrollment, student groups, and location influence. But most important, we share real stories that create, aggregate, and inspire people to take action here. This is not just a dream; it's a moment.
Hi, my name is Zhong Chenting. Now let me walk you through the event itself. We organize a 5K run in two formats, offline and online. Participants can join in person with full medical and refreshment support, or they can run virtually using sports apps. During the event, we have live donation QR codes, sponsor booths, and even storytelling sessions from beneficiaries. But our work doesn't stop there. After the event, we do a full financial audit. We send thank you notes to every participant and sponsor. We prepare fundraising and impact reports for our foundation partners. And most importantly, We evaluate everything: participation rates, KPIs, and lessons learned. To make this happen, we rely on a clear timeline, a strong team, volunteers, digital tools, and a realistic budget covering promotion, venue, insurance, and logistics. Together, we can raise funds, spread awareness, and build a safer, more compassionate society.
Hello, I'm Wang Xiyue. The situation is serious. In the past 3 years, reported cases have been rising and over 85% of victims are female. This is not just a statistic, it represents real pain and real lives. So why does this keep happening? The root causes are clear: power, inequality, gender stereotypes, and weak reporting systems. These problems allow harassment to continue. The harm is widespread. It damages mental health, limits personal growth, and reduces productivity in schools and workplaces. It also undermines social fairness and goes against our national development goals. In 2022, Malaysia passed the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act, but laws alone are not enough. To truly solve this problem, we need social and cultural change too. Now let me share some recommendations for moving forward. First, the government must strengthen enforcement of the law. We need better rules against online harassment, and we must integrate gender equality education into our national curriculum. Second, in situations like universities and workplaces must take action. They need clear, complete produce and a strong culture of respect and equality. Third, the public has a role to play. We must raise awareness, reject victim blaming, and stop gender stereotypes. Most importantly, we must encourage victims to speak up without fear. Finally, future research should explore how different ethnic groups in Malaysia will gender issues. This will help us create more targeted and effective prevention programs. Together with law, education, and public support, we can build a safer and more just Malaysia for everyone. Thank you.